I had some tasty food this morning. I had octopi, and I made a nice little sheet of omelet with some brown rice because I forgot to buy real rice, well, white rice, and I had brown rice, which isn't as good. But this is my adorable little breakfast this morning. I'm very proud of it. Well, not really that proud about it. Anyway, welcome back to Nier Replicant, everyone. And as you can see, I have moved locations, I think. I think I saved back in the village when I was live last, but I've been running around seafront trying to get a black pearl, and none have shown up. Spoiler, none have shown up. We're still at 2 black pearls total, which is unfortunate when you consider that we need 15 total. So we need 13 black pearls, which is going to take a while, I think. But, you know, we'll get them eventually. It's fine. Who knows? Maybe one of these will be it. No, it's a gastropod. And a crab. Also, my sense of time is all kinds of whack right now. Because about, I don't know, 3 minutes ago, maybe, I was thinking to myself, I was like, oh yeah, time to do Mother 3, that'll be good. And then I realized that today is Tuesday, and that I did Mother 3 yesterday. So today is Nier Replicant. So that should, I feel like that should tell you everything you need to know about where my head's at right now. Not that I couldn't stream Mother 3 again, but, you know, I have been enjoying alternating the games back and forth, I think. Because it's a good way to break it up and like not get too stuck in a rut with one style of things. But yeah, so today we're gonna do a good chunk of story here. We're gonna do the junk heap because that's the next quest we have. Oh, you know what I forgot to do before I started the stream? I'll give you a hint. It's 3 letters long, has 2 vowels in it, and begins and sounds exactly like T. Yeah, I forgot to get T. So, you know, it's a good thing that we're going to do the junk heap first. Because I think maybe we'll do the force in this today. Maybe. It really depends on if I want to deal with reading out loud a whole bunch. Can't pick up that strength drop? Well then let's use the strength drop. Is there any reason to use that against these guys? Not really. Not even like a little bit. But lose it or use it or lose it, I should say. Mind fix. That strength drop is still going. Okay, now it's not. That was a long 30 seconds. So besides my sense of time being insane, I had a pretty fun day today. Working this watch, awesome. Like, work was fine, it was whatever, right? But this morning, I forget. It must have been on Twitter, something like that. But I got a silly picture. It was just like the opening panels to a Gideon with someone telling you, it's like, oh, don't you know? If you cross-dress while you're programming, then you'll do better. And it made me laugh. And then I realized that I could send that panel to people and then take a picture of myself, you know, doing my regular job. And I'd get a kick out of it. And I did. And I got a kick out of it. And it was great. That's all. I have pictures, but it's all good. You don't need to see them. I'll probably just do that on stream at some point. Like, for cosplay or something like that. It'll be fun. Probably not for a while though. Because it's not like I'm going to an anime convention anytime soon, it feels. So we could make our own fun. I know only Afro does streams, does cosplay streams Saturdays, which is amusing. Every now and then I tune in, but like all he does is stream Dark Souls games, which is fine. You know, it's what he likes to play and what his friends like to play, and he has a whole community and memes around all of it. But good for now. I like the game, but I don't really care to watch people play it that much. Like there are some games that I like watching people play, and then there's everything else. And also, I mean, he just tends to drink a lot on his streams anyway, which is fun sometimes, but I don't care that much. But I did, the silliness that I was doing earlier today did connect me with a few friends I hadn't talked to in a while, because I figured they'd get a good laugh. Another giant egg. Good laugh out of seeing some tights and some computers in the same picture. And it worked, you know. I've been talking to one of my friends I haven't talked to in a few months. There we go. Finally get this. Gold. I see them at the end. The ones that we want. Blue. Can't spoil the surprise. Oh, jeez. But yeah, I hope everyone's Tuesday has been going well. Because as I've said, mine was indigo. It's an indigo. So we have 6. So what we'll do is we'll do another round of speed fertilizers, and we will plant. Wow, we have a lot of huge ones. We'll plant. I guess we'll alternate it a bit. So peach indigo, peach indigo. So that was peach, right? That's whatever one I have less of. There we go. Okay, so peach. So IP is what we did here. Hip, 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 hip. I also finally watched the that last episode, or not last episode, but the latest episode of So What If I'm a Spider. And it's good. They have they've revealed, I suppose, that the demon lordy type person that we've been seeing in the human segments is not the same person as our lovely spider, and rather she's just a demon lord. So we'll see what happens now. And she kind of exploded and murderified the spider girl, which is rather unfortunate for her. But considering that she just got a skill of immortality, I think that she's probably gonna be fine. That's my guess anyway. Alright, so there's one row done. So we've done IP high. So we'll keep it going. We'll peach down next. We're gonna run out of the seeds, but that's okay. Because they're gonna spawn more for us and it'll be fun. I think this is what we do anyway. Either that or maybe you're supposed to combine it with golds again. Like, I think the thing you're trying to do is to lighten the colors until you get the lunar tier, which is white. So, yeah. But I think peach and indigo, maybe those will make pink, which would be what she wants, perhaps? Not sure. We're probably gonna have to combine them with gold again, though. Is my guess. But even if there is no cross-pollination in this batch that we're doing, I think it'll be fine because we need more of them anyway. So even if we don't get crossbreeds we'll get more seeds. Another indigo if I have it. And then once we're done doing this, we'll go to the junk heap and it'll be lovely. Like a Pikachu. Speaking of Pikachu, Gideon released another Pokemon Snap video, but I haven't watched it yet. P10. Because I got really distracted. Well, not distracted is the wrong word. My background noise today, while I was working and doing things, was this game show, like literal game show about games. Let me grab the channel name. Oh shoot. So the Twitch channel name, it's one of those like 24/7 channels, is GCCX _ subtitled. And it's Game Center CX is the name of the show. It's a Japanese show. And it's kind of like the dude is like almost the like OG Let's Player, because basically that's what he was doing, was playing all these weird games, and they'd force him, they kind of forced him to complete them. And like he wouldn't be allowed, I don't know if he wasn't allowed to sleep, but I'm pretty sure at some point they had like challenges for him where he wasn't allowed to sleep like 24 hours or at least until he beat the game or like beat certain segments of the game. And these are like the old like Famicom systems, and some of those games are really bad. It's kind of like an extended Sunday stream. Like I was watching this one called like Takashi's Revenge. Think of that, yeah, Takashi's Revenge, and it was like the most insane Nintendo game I've ever seen, or Super Nintendo, I guess, maybe. But there was like so much going on in there, and like it would use the microphone for this system as well. I don't like, I guess there was a microphone attachment, or maybe the Super Nintendo or whatever this console was that they were playing it on, and you had to like drunkenly sing. You had to drunkenly sing at this one point and get the bartender in the game to say that you were good for 3 times. And like, this is so not the first thing you thought about this title. What? You don't think about farming when I say we're going to the junk heap? We gotta do our chores before we go get to do some fun. Alright, there we go. That's all of them. Good and all watered, I'm pretty sure. So, there we go. Go live is not very good. I think I just did boing boing, I think. I was a little bit lazy, so I didn't really want to change it that drastically from what it was yesterday's, which was the Mr. Saturn quote. So I just kept the boing, so it became boing boing. Which, if we could play as Kaine, would actually be like relevant. But yeah, I don't know, like, I get curious about Twitch's like notifications sometimes, because mine get like, they're not very good. I don't mean my streams, I mean like on my phone to the channels that I'm following. Like sometimes you get the notification that someone has gone live like 10 minutes after they started. Which I think is probably how I got into the habit of like opening up Vinesauce's streams like around 11 or 11:30 and just having it on, because the notifications were always late. Always. to like any channel that I actually like want to watch. I tend to
Only
just
our harvests weren't so
kind of figure out when they go live and then. Oh my god. Okay, I've already broken these. What if you put breasts on Mr. Young Nier here? Do you think they'd sell more copies of the game? If they were like, now not only can you be the young brother, but you can play as adult Yona. Actually, that'd be kind of interesting if Yona had a playable character. I'm sure there's like a bunch of people who only played Automata that were like, wait, what do you mean we're not a sexy robot girl? Though I did, I remember like the first day? Yeah, the first day of the game coming out, I was looking at the Steam discussion forums because I was trying to figure out like when it was going live on stream, or on Steam rather, because it was delayed by 12 hours of when everyone else got it. And there were people complaining in the Steam discussion forums that 2B isn't in this game. And I was like, wait, what do you mean? What? It's amazing to me that within the first sentence of the Steam store description, they can say that this is a remaster of a game that is a prequel to Automata, and people immediately assume that there's going to be androids and things in here. It's like, I don't... It's a remaster of an old game. What do you want from them? They gave us costumes. I haven't looked at them yet, but they gave us costumes. Actually, that's something we should try to figure out. So, when I do Route C, I'm gonna put the music back to normal, right? But also, we could turn on a costume. Maybe like the Kabuki costume, perhaps? Because I've never actually seen that one. I don't really know about enabling the Automata ones, because I think those are a thing, but I don't know. I'm kind of okay not seeing that in here. Kind of like, I think Kaine's outfit was available for 2B in the game as DLC, in Automata I mean. And I had it unlocked, but I never actually used it. I just gave, I used the ribbons in the hair more, because I thought they were cute. Oh, shit. Check your mailbox. Whoops. I may have missed a step in the junk heap quest here. I wonder if you can... Hold on, let's find out. Let's hope this doesn't like glitch and break my game. But I wonder if you can just completely avoid having to check your mailbox and just go and talk to them directly. That would actually probably be pretty good to know, because you can save yourself some time.
No sense in you waiting. That would be great. By the way,
Okay,
what can I help you with?
Although, one sec. How close am I? 130,000 away. How many antennas do I have in my back pocket? Hey, King Midar. How's it going? Tell you what, I'll sell off a couple of these. Because we're gonna get a bunch of them anyway. I can sell 10 of those. A few of these. Just really neckload your bitch and saga, thank you. Congratulations. I'm gonna assume that that's a difficult boss or something like that, because I've never actually played Saga Frontier. But congratulations, though. I can't believe I forgot to check my mailbox before I went back to the junk heap. Alright, let's try for the impossible. No. I swear, if you had like a little bit more, just like a teensy bit more, we could actually make it across. Is Saga Frontier an RPG? Why do I feel like it is? Or maybe I'm just thinking about some other title. Because I feel like I've seen it on like the Steam store page or something. Maybe not if it's a JRPG for the PS1, unless it has like a remaster. Oh, it got remastered not too long back. Oh, okay, maybe that's why. If that was if it's available like through Steam, I bet you that's probably why. Aha! The King of
The
Facade.
king is getting married. Ah, it does this old book good to see a boy become a man.
Probably not a good idea to turn down a wedding invitation from a king. Let's go to Facade.
Oh, okay. So my dad, I thought the letter that we were getting was from Brothers Junkie, and we would be going off to go do that bit before we did this. So I guess we'll get to the Junk Heap in the second half of the stream, and instead we'll watch a wedding, among other things. Well, it's good that the remaster finished the game. That is nice. I mean, I like it when content gets put into, well, gets restored. I guess, or uncut, as it were. Kind of like the mermaid story in this, which is really good. I enjoyed it a lot, and we got to see that last stream. Okay, so we're gonna go to Facade first. Fix translation issues, quality of life options, artbook, music playing. Oh, that's really nice. It sounds like a really good remaster. Like the team really cared about the game. Unlike, what game is it? Silent Hill. Didn't that get a really bad remaster at some point? Like so bad to the point that people like just tell you to play the original, even though it's on like worse hardware. It looks better somehow. I think it's Silent Hill. I've never actually played a Silent Hill game, so which is kind of weird. Like one of my friends is like kind of a horror game fanatic, so I always like learn about things and learn about horror games through them. And like take their advice for when I want to try to get like Halloween streams or those types of things. But yeah, I don't really play that many horror games. Though I mentioned it the other day, there is a Resident Evil 8 demo, and I have considered possibly streaming that hour. If anyone's interested in that. Though of course you could just play it yourself, but also since it has an hour time limit that you're allowed to have, and then you can no longer play the demo at all. Which, I mean, I kind of get why they do, but also think it kind of sucks. Because, I mean, especially in a horror game, I'm the kind of person who kind of likes to take their time and, like, look at everything, as opposed to feeling like I'm rushing and I need to, like, go quickly in order to see more of whatever is available. With that, it's kind of useful to watch streams of it ahead of time and such, so could do an hour of that maybe at some point. All right, time to get a backstory on our little buddy here. Dog friend story. We hope we skin all the wolves. I mean, I'm gonna kill a lot of them. A lot of wolves are gonna die in the next hour. They just want to be pets again. They want to be domesticated, you can tell. Also, apparently this was a forest at one point. It's funny how, like, fur... Oh wow, Desert Rose. Fur coats have fallen out of fashion. Take it easy, Jay. Good luck if you're doing more of your Dark Blast hard mode challenge. Don't know if you're still doing that or if you gave it up after the that one boss that was unable to be defeated that way.
Does it not strike you as curious to find wolves in the desert?
Should it?
They normally live in forests, yes. Deserts would seem to hold little sustenance for them.
Well, I can certainly guess what they've been eating.
No evade, no defend on hard. Do you get to use Dark Hall? Sorry, Dark Wall? Or does that count as a defense? Magic, jump, and heals are allowed. What is with this? Oh, weird ass shadows. Are there enemies here? What the hell is this shadow? Oh, it's blood. Okay, sorry. That was confusing. It's just the dog blood. Or wolf blood. Though I guess wolves are just dogs, or dogs are wolves, whichever way you want to say it. Kind of like rectangles and squares. Though in this case, which is a dog more of a wolf, or is a wolf more of a dog? The canines, either way. But as far as like the phyla and all those things that taxonomists like to do when they're classifying things. Where did that fall, I wonder? But yeah, if you do want to see, in general, if you want to see someone challenge themselves with this game as opposed to just playing through it and challenge themselves to just farm, which is what I'm doing, Jay is doing hard mode challenges.
Sure, I guess. Why?
You know, I know some wolves who would like that.
If I can track them down, they're all yours.
We're not really gonna be tracking them down. We're making them, and we're close. The pink moonflower seeds. And as of this moment, we've got both peach and indigo moon seeds. So we got that going for us. And I think, and you know, if anyone remembers, they're free to let me know. But I believe it is the crossbreed between those two that gives us the pink. I think, anyway. I could be wrong. It could just be like the peach and like a gold maybe will give us pink or something. I'm not entirely sure. But either way, we're gonna do our best to get one. Wait, hold up. The music has changed here. Right? Like, this is almost like a remix of the amusement park. But it wasn't. Was it this way before? Have we just not been in Facade since we swapped the soundtracks? Hey, buddy.
We hear your days of bachelorhood are coming to a close, King.
Congrats.
Forgive my prying, but we are all eager to know the identity of your lucky bride.
It's our tour guide.
Hold on. Fira?
You have grown into a fine example of womanhood. I'm sure you will make a splendid queen.
Kaine's gonna want to see this.
あせいらそうとさったらギートソンキシチって大釣りだったらきお見えるさい
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Your Royalness. Congratulations on your wedding.
たく
I'm sorry Kaine's not here, but
結構来るなろ一致して沢たいて土地あたちやった夜せれやりさたちとちてすれ
Of course. How could we refuse?
You can't. That's why Kaine actually comes into the village. Well, city thing. Town? City? This is probably the closest to a city in this area, I guess. Seafront in this one.
To think they even have rules governing the timing and water temperature of a bath.
What's it to you? You don't even take baths.
Does he clean
Kaine?
clothes?
What is the matter?
I don't like this. Weddings are festive occasions, you know? Should I even be here?
We were invited here by the king, remember?
Sure, but what about everybody else?
This city isn't like our villages. It's all about the rules here. And since there isn't a specific rule about you, I honestly think they won't give a crap.
Yeah, maybe.
Will you at least procure a new set of lingerie for the festivities? Some spring colors, perhaps?
Keep talking, Book. Let's see how smug you are when I toss you on a campfire.
It'd be like Girls Last Tour.
oh,
What's up?
just having trouble getting to sleep.
Something bothering you?
No, the opposite in fact. I'm just so excited about the wedding that I can't settle down. I bet it's gonna have streamers and dancing and bears on unicycles and everything. I'm sorta jealous. I wish I was Fira.
You'll find a nice bride someday, Emil.
Huh? Oh, right. Bride.
You must be tired indeed if you misunderstood that simple social nicety.
Yeah, that's not exactly it.
Liu Tetai, Weta. ゼルガンと救世し続いている。改ざんを解きて、と基礎とやりつた。真实际，因为这战士乱的。
Everyone needs to blow off steam and celebrate once in a while.
Indeed, your people have earned a moment of rest and respite.
こうだった。
Plus, you want to make Fira happy, right? Anyway, life is better when you have someone to fight for.
アルトゥルは自殺だった。対決ださ。さ。
Well, he does get that wish, I suppose. But maybe not in the way that he expected. These feet are so weird. Yeah, wiggle that spear around inside of it. That doesn't hurt at all. Nothing bad could happen from this.
Aw, weddings are the best. There's flowers everywhere. Everyone's happy. It's just great. I'm kind of jealous. Aren't you jealous, Kaine?
Nah.
Oh, come on.
Oh, here we go. Here's space for me. This is hard to do. They make it look so easy. My character just doesn't move that way.
異牛と螺旋地恋アルテルはシース用林地こってちサイトズセお定期
And so, when they're not marrying a king, how do they do this? Because, like, the king, his mask is up, right? And it always is that way. But everyone else wears, like, full coverings over their face, plus the mask. So, like, is it like a veil that they lift up only during marriage that they actually give each other a kiss? Or do normal couples just, like, clack their wood together? And there's like, there you go. I wonder if that's paper or those are actual flowers. Like where they get them in the desert. Oh, I just realized Kaine was using Emil's head as an armrest. Did you see that?
That wolf is a shade.
Oh, one second. I'm pretty sure we have this achievement. Yes, you defeated a rock within 3.5 minutes. So we're gonna do it during Route C as well, but I will not kill him so we can see the dialogue.
The leader seems to have the power to reflect magic.
So he does. Does he have anything else to say for himself at all, or no? Kaine just destroyed him. Alright, well I guess we'll never know. Well, it might not be this fight, it might be the other fight that counts for that achievement. But either way.
フィアーさて決されきろ決定する
改ざん草ちあっちあれ
フィア答えよりるゆ
たく
んだ
またきおよりかちすれてたく
フィア浮いてフィア焦ろ
たかれきたたさすとりたできた
カスキだイセスした一度ケルタカスキだ
改ざん
トイキッチ歌を打ってグッとより打ってやりすかすきたリンコゼルガーです
I would rethink this course of action, King. Ahead lies a battle you cannot win.
改ざん有利
アフェルセザルスザルスゼルガーザルスンとゾルキアーレル
ぞでおられきたごユリペルアトル改ざむたとでくラクルトデクゼルガアントイからつぐきてて改ざむたりえきゅうさ改ざむら夫ときて総取りリス高い
Nice.
The king's grief is strong. I doubt he will stand down at this point.
Yeah. I'm guessing he'll run off to take on the wolves any time now.
Will we let him go by himself?
Of course not. Hell, I hate the wolves too.
Then we must prepare for the fight. It will not be an easy one.
I know.
Oh. Hey, look. We can go do the junkie. Should we go do the junk heap? I like that you can just completely go away from the other two that you were in the middle of and just go straight to the Forest and Myth. We'll see this one through though. And I think last time when we did Route A, we talked to everyone last time, which was fun, but I'm not going to bother doing it again right now. Instead, the dude who's the cart isn't running. Alright, never mind. What I was gonna say was that I'll throw myself onto the cart and let it go around and get myself some tea, but since he's not here, I'll just keep going.
Are you ready for battle?
No.
Are you?
Sorry.
Yeah. Time to avenge Fira.
Fia Yaril. Selgan Kizoto 矢実取れる引き打ち決あうアルテルアタド少しライダー
Madness. The wolves who attacked were only a fraction of the pack. How will you fight them all?
セルしたい
Then count us in.
でけは中和せ
We're not doing it for you, dumbass. It's for Fira.
Kaine, you can't speak to a king like that.
If this is indeed the plan, then let us make haste. We can ill afford another tragedy.
フェルア
カイザム・アクラ。
ゼルガーン撃つと避けた
これでサト・アルテルア・チンクルチュラス。
アルテルはトヤリラフィアクスタあ
ティム。
フィアギキタタトサダキラツヨリウタタキツシリュウリュウトサ
ティム。
よりわいそうとフィアとツだったあ
ティム。
あんだだせ
テントシケン。ユー・カイザム・デク。アンダ・ルアミ。
しか
アンダ、いえ、フィア、ロテとやりかきそできた。と食いてゲルだ。エラ・ラール
ペルアとカイザムで
カイザムとアイタ
フィアアイザムで
フィアチュレセキタとトダ
ゼルガーンで
アンダゼルガンヤーリツガシチクリト
カイザムゼスタルペルア
老体リスラ関係かけてしたすわれアルムーキエルトチギサンってきた
あるん
浮きらせんクユリエ
押して
キルタチエククギリスアーガイ
え
カイザムより息おつじでく
ユラ
カイザムチツストジーお別れたしより
こうだだちより歌いクリゼルガンタチトグだリ言ってクタイ
Forget it. It's for Fira.
Let's move.
I do like this fight.
The
Like,
wolves appear to
once
be
you have the full
targeting
context of it
king.
and everything like that, it's basically just like two families fighting, I guess, or two different things trying to protect their family. In the case of the pack, they're protecting the pack. In the case of the king, he's protecting the city.
Such dogged, unwavering defiance.
Vice is now the time for
These
Pog.
beasts hold
Really?
so much rage. The smaller wolves are not infected with shades. But as for the leader,
If even one shade is here, then I have to kill all of them.
That's
he
interesting
seeks
logic,
the king
Rev.
facade.
ザルツゼルガン使徒と覚悟
Oh, down here. Alright, give me your dialogue.
Above you, stay on your guard.
Way too much damage. You have anything else to say, buddy?
3ゼルガンと
金でと立ち取ってるが
I don't know if we're gonna get any more dialogue. Like going Sonic on everything. I think we're just gonna get dialogue from the mask. You know, if one of them hits it, they can land the final blow.
随時で
You got this. One more hit, Kaine. Hey, Kaine, it's over there, not right here. Come on, we can do this.
サコス再建
Stab him. You can do it. You can do it. Just a sliver of health.
ゼルガンと
I've seen them hit it before. Come on. Wow, Kaine, very nice. Alright, Emil. It's on you. Come on. Use them purple bits. Yeah, I guess
ゼル
so.
ガン海賊さ
Saw it wiggle a whole bunch. Yeah, alright. Poke. This seems slightly unnecessary.
Toroareki Zerugan Seda to Yu to Aki Gettaishi スラエフィアとゲンカ
You must endure. Go, live, and think of me now and again. Thank you for being my friend.
Skite sochi takare. Soe daku soto kura. Sagos to ishiki. Shiude. Loyalist.
I believe that young Fira was perfectly content with the life she had.
Cool.
Of course. Does this not sound like what she would say to you? She was terribly proud of her king, and now you must do all you can to honor her memory.
Data. Doris. Kyokutaitu. Lichilairu. Kaizamu. Chittada. Kete taisoto. Chi. Tatterunda.
Is that another infernal rule?
Ura no peru wa tonri. Aruteru wa chi o aru. Anta toshitoshi. Aruteru wa yariru. Ro. Fia.
The poor king.
This is all the Shade's fault.
Come. We'd best to leave him be.
Bye, King.
Let's see if the junk heap kid sent us a letter.
I think, if I remember right, I think that there's a little bit more expansion on the dog story in Grimoire Noir. I think. Like, just kind of like filling in the blanks there. Which is that the dude, the grandfather guy that we see, just the old man, oh, let's forget that, decided not to take part in the Gestalt project and not to have his soul, you know, continue on and everything else with the way everything went. And instead he let his dog go instead, basically. Basically what happened, which is why you get a shade of a dog as opposed to, you know, things you would normally see, which is not shades of dogs. It does kind of feel like overkill though, the way that Nier kills the dog, because if you remember from the seafront boss fight, we hit a very large Cthulhu creature with that same move and knocked its head clean off. So, you know, a bit rough, to say the least. It is weird though, like, I guess it's their home and that's why they hang out, but like the wolves could have moved down the road. Like, all they had to do was go through here, and there's some goats and a boar. Like, there's lots of food out over here. So I don't really know why they stayed in the desert. Like, maybe the desert is just bigger than it actually is, and we don't really see it, but I mean, it seems like it's really close to some nice greenery right here. So I don't quite understand, but that's fine. Maybe we can suspend our realism a little bit in the presence of delicious goat meat. But that said, if the guard people, like, if they weren't so uppity and they didn't go do a raid against the wolf den on the eve of the king's wedding, that wouldn't have happened. Like, from all other interactions with wolves and things, generally they stay in the desert and they only like really attack if the humans are in the desert at the same time. There's never anything else with them going to the city at all. So everyone should just, you know, not done that shit. I feel like it's hinted at too. During Route C, I'll have to go talk to people around, like, during Route C, I'll have to talk to people before I go into the King's Mansion, because I feel like one of the guards or someone says something about, like, kind of going off on their own to go raid the wolves den, like that. Like, you do the quest for it, right? But that's not quite the same thing, because that's 5 years ago. None of you are sprouting yet, right? I know I gave you speedy fertilizer, but I mean, the wolves can't help existing. I don't think you can really fault them for that. Just strange it there in the desert, though, in the first place. There we go. I should really sell my herbs before I go around collecting them. Is that like... That's a choice they get when they're evolving? Like Pokemon?
Oh.
The water.
Oh, okay, not the item store.
I worked it out.
Why? Always so many extra things.
Shop here more often, yeah? I'm damn near broke.
That's because I only ever sell things from you. Well, that's not true. I bought logs from him before. A good number of logs. So they kind of put his boy through college. Nothing there. Nothing there. We'll check the ledge, and then we will go to the junkie. Again, I know it takes away time from going like directly between story bits, but if we don't do it now, then we're gonna have even more farming to do later on, so just makes sense to always go look for giant eggs and everything else. And we've had like pretty good luck with the eggs. How many eggs do we have now? Eggs, sorry. Giant egg. That's giant spider silk, which we have 40 of. Rainbow, 3. Good, good. Where is it? Giant egg, 14. So, you know, it's coming along ever so slowly. Why do I need the gardening? Because, one, for the side quest, for this one, we need to get the client 10 pink moon seeds. And pink moon seeds are the crossbreed of the two we're breeding them over there, and there's like a small percentage chance of that happening. So, we gotta do that. And then once we get the pink ones, I don't remember what we breed them with, but we breed those in order to get a lunar tier, which gets you an achievement and also is a good way to make money, and it's just generally nice to have because they're pretty. Okay, then up here. Alright, we're off to go hang out with Crazy Town. Sir pulls his arm off a lot. I'm pretty sure that's what happens anyway. Like, I don't remember where I read it, but I'm pretty sure that Gideon is missing his arm because he removed it himself to like atone basically for the way that he ripped off his dead brother's arm. And if it isn't for atoning, he just did it because he was crazy. Because he kind of lost his shit. To say the least, really. But more importantly, once we go down through the junk heap, we'll sell off a bunch of stuff, and theoretically, depending on what we get dropped and everything, we might get enough for the Man of Means achievement. And then I'll finally be able to start in on toiling away at our upgrades. So, any other animals we get to genocide? It's all a bunch of humans. That happens. That happens later. But this, currently the next thing to go and destroy and rip and tear, as Gideon requests, is robots. I'm an idiot again. Hold up. Hold up. We were supposed to check for a letter from the brother first. My bad. I killed a lot of sheep in the first half of the game. There's actually an achievement for killing 100 sheep that I didn't know was an achievement until I got it. It's called the Sheep Whisperer achievement. Which is actually really easy to get. I mean, like, one, it's only 100 sheep, but also you can call animals, which, you know, gets them to come towards you. So then you just keep calling them until you get a bunch of sheep in front of you, and then you just dark phantasm or dark hand them and smack them. So we're back. We'll do the run around town again. Because again, there's no reason not to, really. And 14 giant eggs is probably not enough. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 15, similar to the Black Pearl. Because I don't remember the exact counts of raw items that we need in order to upgrade every single weapon, but I know we'll be collecting a lot of them, so that's what it is. I'll check the two spawn points over by the guards, and that's it. Because I'm pretty sure the boxes will never spawn the giant egg. Like it's a world spawn only type thing. So now we check the letterbox, commonly known as a mailbox. Though really ours is more of a letterbox. Like that's really, like, it's not that big. Like I don't think you would really want anyone putting a big package into this. I mean, they could. It is decent size, but it only has this tiny little slit. So
You have a letter, it would seem.
This is to inform you that the upgrade work on your weapon has been completed. The weapon is ready and available for pickup at your earliest convenience. I also have a more personal request to make of you, one I hope we can discuss further once you arrive to pick the weapon. Yours, Two Brothers Weaponry.
Personal request, hmm?
He's done a lot for us. We should see what he wants. Off to the junk heap, then.
Okay, that was what I should have done first. My bad. I know Battleship Yamato is an anime. I haven't watched it. Right? Yeah, anime. I don't know what you mean by shaped battleship though. I assume it's some other thing, like it's a mech or something. Oh, space. Okay, that makes more sense. Also, it looks like there's a shiny over there. Kind of a weird place for a free range, but it's fine. I don't really question the placement of these items. Wait, whoa, hello, who are you? Hold up. One second. You're new. I haven't talked to you before. We good? Everything's dead? Okay. Hi.
What's up?
Last month, my wife encountered some sheep in the plains. Then the foul creatures kicked the very life from her.
Oh.
I came here to enact my revenge. But the beasts are far too violent for me to take on.
They're sheep, man.
So, you want me to hunt them down?
No, that won't do.
Oh, then what do you want?
they must suffer as she suffered.
My good man, we are hardly in the business of punting fluffy animals to death.
I've heard you've tamed wild boars, yes? That you can mount and ride them as one would a common pack animal.
Uh-huh.
That shall be my revenge. Mount your boar and ride headlong into the sheep. Annihilate them and all their kin across this plain.
I love this man.
This is hardly the most civilized of assignments.
No, but it certainly sounds fun, doesn't it?
Save your civilized concerns for one who has not experienced my pain. These animals must suffer. They must pay for what they have done to my beloved.
Yeah, sure. I accept this quest. Why not? just full crazy. Here we go. Destroy sheep. This is literally just a quest to run over sheep. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Oh, there's a time. Nope. Okay, never mind. I thought there was a time limit for a second. Oh shoot! Come on, you can do it. Get up. Get up. Get down. You got it. Okay. Ooh. Oh no. Oh, it ends if you fall off. All right. We're gonna do that again, assuming we get to go again. Is there like a certain amount that he wants done? Like, what do you want?
Thank you. I'm sure my wife sleeps easier now.
That's cheap.
Here is your payment.
Slain 16, you got 1,600 gold. Okay, my good man.
Those beasts took all that was good in.
Okay. How many do you want dead? This is the real question. What clears this for me? It doesn't even show up as a thing. Oh, I guess it's a repeatable quest, but... I'm like stuck. I can't get off that without hitting anything. Oops. So how many sheep are there? Oh, damn it. It didn't work. It's the left trigger that's supposed to make you like skid and stop and brake. But it didn't work.
Here is.
Okay, I can. I need to know more about this quest though, because like, how many do you want dead? Is it? No. That's a shade. I don't even know what this one's called. Closure, maybe? No. For hunt. It doesn't show up as uncompletable though. How many do you want that? Actually, hold on. Real quick, I want to look at the Steam achievements. I think there's an achievement for this. Nope, never mind. I don't see it in the list of achievements. Though there are hidden achievements in the game, technically. So, could have something to do with that. Well, I'm gonna go out into this one. This looks like there's way more than to kill here. Oh yeah, here we go. And we're lucky there are exactly 0 shades out today. Only sheep. Like I just need to know, like, how many does he want dead? Oh, well, the music got more intense, I feel. Oh god, why is the brake not working? What? No, you need to bonk it. How about sheep? Oh, it's timed. It's not if you fall. Well, I mean, it is if you fall, but it's also timed, I guess.
Thank you. Here is your payment.
Killed 31. That is silly. Good, but silly. So I guess you got your wish. We have a new genocide to do. Run over sheep. Was that costing the original game? That is something else though. Okay. So anyway, going on. Now it's time to go hurt robots. I wonder if calling works. I'll try that after. If I forget, remind me. But I wonder if you can do the animal call while you're riding the boar, while you do that minigame. Because if so, then they'd all run towards you, which would make it substantially easier to run them over.
Hey there. Your weapon is ready to go.
Great, thanks.
You know, with a weapon like that...
You were going to say?
I need to ask you for a favor.
Oh, yeah?
I want you to avenge my brother.
That is a rather ponderous favor.
It's my mission. It's the whole reason I've been creating these weapons for the past 4 years. I don't care about money. I only care about making a weapon strong enough to kill those bastards.
Which bastards?
The ones in the mountain. That little shade and his robot.
A shade has joined forces with a robot?
There's a shade in there?
Yes.
And what have we decided?
We're gonna kill it.
Everyone's got something genocide in this game. Every single one of them got their hang-ups. Else. Okay. Thank you for nothing. And we are off once more into the jungle. Okay, so we'll do a full run, as per usual. Collect as much random stuff as we can from here. And then we'll sell it all afterwards. And we will find out if we made enough money to secure our achievement. And I really hope we do, because I want to start upgrading everything so I can start telling them what we need, like, to spend our time farming. So it doesn't matter. There's an elevator there. There's 2 enemies at the top of the elevator, but it's rather pointless overall. These things are weak enough that kind of, can destroy them one by one, which is probably intentional, because I do remember in the original game that they were kind of annoying to fight. Because, like, you didn't really have that many moves that were good for the air. And you had to... I don't remember... I think you could do, like, use Dark Blast, but... it didn't work quite as well as it does in this game now, if I recall, so... But also you have to remember that we are very overpowered. Because I haven't messed with the difficulty at all for the consecutive runs here. Because we're trying to get the achievements with killing enemies within certain amounts of times for bosses. Like, we already had a couple of them, but we didn't have, like, constant battles. And we might still not have that one, actually. It's like a fairly low number. Not the look. But, yeah. Until we get that, I'm not going to bother, like, bumping it up to hard mode or anything like that. What I hoped to do was to get it for during this route run, that we would get all of those, and then I'd be able to take my time, relax, get whatever additional dialogue there might be in things that die too quickly. Or if you wanted to bump it up to hard mode afterwards. Hard mode just gives them more health, which is a really lazy hard mode, but at the same time makes sense for this game because of how, like, weak the enemies get in comparison to you, the more muted pluses that you accumulate. I mean, like, Dark Blast should not kill these things in a single hit, you know, but it does. Which does make farming very easy, and it's great, but I don't even remember how high our level got in the install. It got really high though. Because even in that game we were one-shotting things near the end. But we had to, like, specifically use like the strongest weapon in the game, like the axe, to get those one-shots, as opposed to right now where we don't even have, like, the Phoenix Spear isn't even fully upgraded, and it's basically one-shotting everything. Like, that isn't a boss, so... Them having more health would be fine, because it would make battles last a little bit longer, and we could see more of the combos and fun things. And that would be nice. But then again, the DLC enemies also have more health, so... I think one of the things that I enjoy about streaming this game, though, like, despite how like semi-repetitive, I guess you could say, where, you know, you gotta do the routes 4 times to get all the endings, and it changes, you know, during Route B, and if you haven't seen it all before, then it is fun and interesting. And don't get me wrong, it's still interesting because we're getting to see what it's like with the automata music, which I will say is different. It's not as good as the original OST, and that's okay. It's gonna be different. But I will enjoy Route C's playthrough a bit more, I think, than I did of this Route B playthrough. Just because the music will be better suited to, like, the cutscenes or the shades, as opposed to someone trying to find the right piece of music from a different game with a bit of a different tone to some degree and fitting it into this. So it's not bad. Like, it's no like square peg round hole type deal, but it is more like turning a rectangle sideways and putting it into the square hole. So it still fits, but it's not quite what was intended, like tonally, a lot of the time, I think. We get close to some things, but definitely a game that has an interesting option to enable funsies, and a lot of Automata people will probably appreciate it. But the original soundtrack is definitely best. And hello. Alright. But anyway, one of the things that I like streaming this game for, despite the repetitiveness as you go further and further, is it's a good like chatting game, I guess, to some extent. Kind of like Hades, where there's a good amount of time, like downtime between story elements, and then you get a nice break with, you know, some decently sized cutscenes or what have you. But when you're not doing that, you can talk about whatever suits your fancy, which is fun. Though I will say, yesterday, I don't know if I was just like running low or something, but I didn't really feel like I had much commentary in me. Oh, hello. There you are, friend. Bonk. So yeah, those guys are supposed to be harder. Just saying. And the Shimo, very nice. You. Fight more? Little guys? Nope. But yeah, yesterday, I definitely felt like out of it for the commentary, I suppose. But that happens sometimes, I think, when you stream. Like, you have to repeat yourself at least a few times. Each stream, no matter what you do, I think, when you talk about things. And like other people will show up. But sometimes you just kind of take a break mentally and check out and just enjoy the game. Which sometimes is what you really need to do, regardless. But yeah, I've had a lot of thinking as of late about things. I had to do my do a self-appraisal and whatnot for work, which is always one of the least favorite parts of my year. Just because if there's one thing more annoying than like having to meet with people to talk about things and like get someone else's thoughts on what you should be doing better or whatever, like from a boss, it's having to like have a preliminary conversation with yourself about that and like have no idea what to go off of. So this is also true. Like, people would chat, go off and take a shower without saying they've left, and you talk to yourself while they're gone. Yes. So it's fine. So I mean, I tend to repeat things anyway, but that's why sometimes if there's something that I kind of want to like touch on but don't have any context for or anything like that, I'll just throw it at the front of the stream when I know no one's here yet. That way, but I don't feel as bad about repeating it later. All right, you go take a shower, Midgar. Today, this is very unexciting information, but information all the same. If you allow me to furnish you. So I have 2 different shampoos, which is because of a friend of mine who is obsessive about skin and health, like hair care and those types of things. Almost to like an unhealthy level sometimes it feels when I talk to her about like a lot of self-image issues, I think possibly there, that have very valid reasoning for existing, mind you. from issues that weren't really in her control growing up. But she's a great source of information for any kind of skin, hair, any kind of care, probably, I suppose, regarding those types of things. And the shampoo and conditioner that I swapped to like 3 months ago or so were on her recommendation, and they've been great. Like, for the longest time, like since high school, I'd used Pantene, and Pantene is great, don't get me wrong, I enjoy it. It works really, really well for like making your hair nice and silky and soft. But it also does that with silicone, which builds up in your hair over time. And a few months ago, I kind of finally got tired of alternating between doing like Pantene and like anti-dandruff stuff, because I would just want to do the Pantene, but then I'd start getting more dandruff because it tends to stick in your hair a lot. And so I was talking to her about hair products and those types of things. And I don't remember the brand right now. I could go into like my Amazon order history and find like the specific thing. But she recommended a brand to me, and in addition to that one, which is nice, it smells like coconuts. She recommended this other one, which I use once a month, and it's a I think diffuser's the wrong word, but it's something begins with a D. And it helps to remove like silicone and other buildup from your hair that you might have gotten from other shampoos and conditioners and those types of things. So I use that once a month, and it kind of like strips away whatever extra crap is floating around in my hair, which is really nice. And I look forward to the first shower of the month, basically, because that's kind of how I keep track of it. I don't do like 30 days, set myself a reminder or something like that. I just do it as the first shower of the month is when I use it. And I don't shower every day. I don't think there's a point to it, especially like, okay, hold on, let me rephrase. There's not a point to it if it's winter time, for sure. Because in winter, I don't really sweat that much. There's no particular need. And also it's cold, so why would I want to get naked? Like, just to get in hot water and then be cold again. It's different if there's other reasons to get naked. But, during the winter, you don't really need to. During the summer, if I'm hanging out in air conditioning the entire time, and barely moving at all, because, like, why would I move? Like, I might move from my living room to my bedroom, and that'll be the great migration of the day, you know. And I'll move like a few times, like Saturdays and Sundays, unless I need to get up to like go get food from the kitchen. I'm probably laying in bed all day. Like, there's no reason for me to move, basically. And a lot of the time I do that. And, you know, hazards of sedentary life aside, I don't really have an issue with it at all. Like, I do get out every now and then, as you know. I get out every now and then. I forget what's from. And I go for walks sometimes, but for the vast majority of the time, a lot of my time is spent inside, not really doing a whole lot, especially with the weather being kind of crappy as of late. Like the past 2 weeks, it's just been like light rain and drizzle, which sucks for me because I can't take my motorcycle out anywhere. And doubly sucks because like I feel bad about it a little bit. Because if you recall, 2 weeks ago I went on a date, as impossible as that might seem, that I could do such a thing. But I did somehow manage to convince a stranger of the opposite gender to come and hang out with me for a couple hours and talk at a diner, which was fine. And You can catch, I don't remember which streams it was, but whatever streams it was in the aftermath of that for my, I think it's a long year streams actually. Anyway, but for my thoughts on that. But basically, I haven't seen her since. I've talked to her online because we talk about some of the problems that her TV has. Her TV has issues. And if anyone knows how to fix TVs from like doing weird shit with the colors and dropping frames for no reason, which I don't think I've seen a TV do before. Most of the time it's like a PlayStation's fault because we're talking about a PS4 here, but she records like gameplay off of the PlayStation and that comes away without any issues. But she takes a video of just the TV itself and it shows the issue with it having weird stuff kind of pop at the top of the TV, or what else? Top of the TV goes funny, and like random frame like tearing and scripting occasionally. So I think she just needs a new TV, or like a degoused it or something. I have no idea. Is the PS4 connected to the TV via an HDMI splitter? I don't know. I do not know off the top of my head. But is that something that can cause that type of thing? Huh. I'll ask, I suppose. Shit splitters everywhere. So you're thinking it might be the cables? That could make sense. I think she said that she plugged it into a TV like in the downstairs area, like another TV, and it works fine. So I do wonder if she had different connections for that one, or if she brought the same cables down. Oh, I'll have to ask. No. No, that's maybe we'll find out a solution to her problem. But okay, now we need a bomb. The shrine will be damaged. That would need a new TV though, I assume. I have to imagine there's probably ways to replace that type of thing like yourself if you know how to do it, but I wonder if it would be more expensive, less expensive. Because you'd have to pay for labor for a repair person to do it anyway at like a shop or something. So I could imagine that like cheaper TVs would probably be a cheaper option than just getting a new one. I don't feel like TVs are that expensive. Like, I mean they are, but they also aren't. Like, comparatively to the olden days. Damn. Let's see, one hit from the Phoenix Spear knocks him down to a sliver of his health, and then one Dark Blast takes him out. Absurd. Anyway, I'm trying to remember why. There was a reason. I had a point here that I was getting around to. What was it? I was talking about hair, shampoos, conditioners, getting outside, and then somehow that led me to talk about. I don't know why I went out. How I got here. How did I get on this subject? The smart TV could be applying color correction over her normal brightness. I have to imagine for that kind of issue, like some TVs have like a game mode that you can turn on, and that might fix that issue then, or probably be designed to deal with it. I have to imagine that she probably hasn't changed the settings. Like she's been using it up to now. The weird thing though was like, and I assumed it was an issue with the game she was playing, because it wasn't until an update that she started talking about these things in the game itself. But I mean, if it works fine on a different TV, then maybe it's just the timing is funny, which happens. Thank you. Man, your memory is better than mine. Then again, I also feel like when you're streaming or like just playing a game and talking to people, you're kind of on autopilot to some extent. Like both on the game and like your mouth goes on autopilot at the same time. So your thoughts tend to just like jump from one to the next without like thinking too hard about it. Which I think is one thing that I like about streaming, because sometimes you find yourself talking about some random shit that you probably wouldn't talk about like otherwise. So. But it could also just be because I'm dumb.
Living with a machine. What's that about?
Don't know, don't care. All that matters is that we kill them both.
Somehow, like, these outbursts of genocide against shades don't like they don't phase my two companions at all. So, autopilot mode solo. Well, I mean, it's kind of like getting into like the Zen mode for things, but I feel like I don't do that well thinking. Like, I don't go deep on a lot of my thoughts unless I'm kind of voicing them out loud. Nice roll in place there, Nier.
It seems we have found the entrance to our robot friend's hideout.
Right. Let's head down.
Okay.
Are you mad? We've no idea what lies below.
Oh, he's mad, alright.
Beat's going the long way around. Come on.
He is madder than Big Tommy about that pizza slice. I watched another, I watched another stupid thing from Car Fellas. Like,
Skip that one.
See.
Maybe I didn't want them. Maybe I wanted to skip that. I went through, stood up and took mine. Oh, I didn't stand up nothing because if he reached across and he took was this corner bigger? No, it was smaller. As a matter of fact,
They're talking about pizza, by the way.
you should have ate the pizza on your end. I could take a pizza. No, you can't. Mine. That was yours in front of you. You're wrong. You chose that side. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. I ate mine.
So, that face. That perfect face right there. The thing they're yelling about, by the way, is they got an 8-slice pizza, and one of them reached across, I guess, and took a corner piece from the other side, quote unquote. And that's what they're yelling about, like proper pizza etiquette for eating pizza with someone else. And if you should reach across to take a slice from the other side that's away from you. I guess this is what they're getting uppity about. It's just a couple of jabronis. That's Car Fellas again, by the way. I showed it yesterday, but I'll mention it again. It's Car Fellas if you look it up on YouTube. There's like some really poor upper qualities. There's like a show on Discovery in like 2010 or something.
Intruder detected. Scanning.
That was a good sync with the music right there. Hey P, how's it going?
Looks like we found him.
Good lord, it's enormous.
Intruder detected. Scanning. Scanning. Exterminating.
Look at the shade!
That thing is commanding the robot somehow.
Aim for the legs! Knock it down!
Take out the shade!
No, this lead actually has help. But I think some of it's like plot armor.
Must defend my mission.
No, damn it. It's a shade. It's a shade!
Kill him. Kill him. Feel the hate inside you.
there's multiple phases to this fight, so when I get through it, we'll get what's done. I do like their story though. Like, in no way is this shade or the robot at fault for Gideon's issues. Gideon just pinned the blame on them because he couldn't handle it himself.
This thing can transform?
Yes, and that's plot armor too. Any additional wordage? No? Okay. Am I missing something? Or you just have plot armor for a while? Plot armor. No dialogue from them at all during that entire bit though, which is weird.
Defend my mission. Defend my mission.
Achievement unlocked, boss of the junk heap. Which is defeat P33 within 4.5 minutes.
Together, we be alone. We cry.
Poor BB.
You stupid machine! You killed my family! You took everything from me! Why did you have to be here? Why you? Why?
Beautiful. What a perfect example of humanity.
You took everything from me. You killed my brother. You killed my mother. If it weren't for you, they'd still be alive!
Not true, but...
Hey, come on.
I did it! Now that this goddamn thing is dead, I can forage wherever I want! Just wait, you goddamn freak! Now I can make all kinds of powerful weapons! Just leave it to me! Leave it all to me!
Look, we get it, okay? Really?
You want to know a fun fact? You want to know who that voice is? Or rather, you want to know another character?
Hatred and madness will never heal a wounded heart.
Oh,
maybe it's just all he's capable of right now.
That's Shinji. That's Spike Spencer's voice. So, if you remember the original audio for Evangelion, the blood-curdling scream in the end of Evangelion, it's the same dude right there.
Revenge is a fool's errand.
Yeah, I know.
I wonder if anyone has that scream, just like Spike Spencer. Scream. Shinji screams in various languages. Scream compilation English. Let me see if I can find it without getting quickly. Yeah, there you go. That's that first one there. Good scream, Shinji. Anyway. Okay, so I forget. Is he back? Is he here? Can we sell to him? Or do we have to enter and exit? We have to enter and exit. Go ahead and do that.
Popola said we might be able to find something in the Forest of Myth.
You will forgive me if I seem less than enthusiastic about such a trip.
Ditto. I might save that, I think. Just because the Forest of Myth is a lot of reading. And I don't know if I want to read right now.
You know, I've been thinking, why was a shade hanging out with a machine?
It appeared the creature was actually issuing orders to that mechanical minion.
Do you think the shade had a reason for what it did?
Why don't you ask Kaine?
Actually...
Look, it doesn't matter what a shade is or isn't thinking. All that matters is that we kill every last one of them.
Right. Sure. The idea of a shade trying to protect a robot is goddamn absurd. Still, you guys should be careful.
What do you mean?
If the shade inside me ever takes over, I'm probably going to attack you.
That's not gonna happen. You are no shade.
The lad is correct. You are many things, hussy, but a shade is not one of them. Shades, for example, do not come equipped with such foul and scurrilous mouths.
I would disagree.
How about I cram your face up your own asshole, book?
Don't worry, Kaine. If your shade ever takes over, I'll stop you.
You will you? Thanks, Emil.
Actually, sorry, I got that wrong. Gideon isn't Spike Spencer, it's Tyron, the shade inside Kaine. Sorry, brain fizzled out there. Although I don't know who Gideon's voice actor actually is. Nier Replicant Gideon voice. It is Yuri Lowenthal. Oh no, that is it is Spike Spencer. Okay, sorry. Spike Spencer is more voices than people I thought. But yeah. Oh, sorry. He's Spike Spencer child version for Gideon, and then it's Yuri Lowenthal. Wait, there's actually a man named Yuri Lowenthal? That is so confusing. Isn't that the same name as the Tales of Yuri? That's gonna get Yuri Lowell. Sorry, that's why I'm confused. Lowenthal is the voice actor. Yuri Lowell is the Tales of Symphonia character. Okay, that I think you can understand why I get confused. So Spike is his child actor for Gideon. And then Spike is also Tyrone. Okay. So let's sell a bunch of broken antennas. And then find out what our money's at.
What can I help you with?
Okay, so we can sell off like 43 of these, at least. 5 of these lads. How about 6 of these? Maybe 24 or 34 of these? Let's see, 34. Ship bolts. 33, 43. Tempered board, we'll do just 18 of these. A berry, why not? We could sell fluoride if we really wanted to, but I don't know how much we need, so we'll sell 8 of those. Anything else? A vegetable suitable for both eating and throwing at stage performers. Very good. Actually, I don't... Do you ever need any plants for weapon upgrades? I don't actually know. We're pretty close though. There's no heat. There's no heat. We are pretty close to the number that we want to be at. Yep, just barely there.
Come back.
So the question becomes, is the best way to get money to do another run through the junk heap, collecting things and then selling off the antennas and other things? Or is the best thing to do a couple of runs of the DLC and get 50,000 gold each run for that? Or is it to murder as many sheep as possible and very slowly build up the amount of money we need? I do want to try that one thing. So we're going to do the sheep minigame one more time. I want to see if calling during it will do anything. Oh, it totally works. It fucking works. Yes, come to me, sheepies. Come to warrior, yes. Oh god. Come to me. Yes. 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 That's nearly every sheep on that side. So next, we'll go ahead and call over here. This is pretty great. I love that the call works during this minigame. No! No, let me hit more! Maybe the best thing to do would be to run over to that side. Because I think there's more sheep over there. How many sheep did I get for you?
Thank you. Here is your payment.
30. One more time. I want to spend more time on the other side of the bridge as well. The only problem is like trying to juggle between being in the inventory and being back over this way. It does like take you out of whatever you're doing. Oh wow, a sheep made it across. Good job, your reward is death. think there's more sheep on this side. Right here. No! More sheep, please. If only I could put call onto one of the button presses.
Think here is your paper.
29. Thank you. Alright, so there we go. There's our sheep mission. That's pretty great. Okay, so the Forest of Myth is the next quest, but we need to farm the area a bit, I think, for the Eagle Eggs, or the DLC, or both. The Black Pearls are the other thing we have to farm a bunch of. And besides that, we need to get $1 million. And we'll go from there. And I'm pretty sure we're not even going to use that $1 million, by the way. Like, I'm fairly certain that the weapon upgrades don't cost that much. Like, they're like 1,000 each, maybe. And I don't think it goes up with each level either. So we'll have way more money than we know what to do with. And that's just fine. It'd be cool if you could like donate it to something and see things change, like help rebuild a town or something.
I suppose there are great rooms.
Oh wait, I did not check the egg spawns. Please not on door, go. Oop, there's one. I'm pretty sure that I got more sheep killed without using the call though, because I think one time I had 31. But I think that clock continues to tick down even if you're in the inventory. At least that's what it feels like. So what we'll do next, besides checking these non-spawns and grabbing the other little shinies over there, is I'm going to check on the garden, see if the speedy fertilizer has managed to get us more seeds yet or not. It's probably going to be no, but we'll get closer. So. And then we'll save. I'll plan, I think I'll do one run of the DLC. I just don't know if I feel like streaming that or if I'll just do it like at my leisure. I would like to get like the achievement maybe on stream, I guess. It doesn't really matter. Like you don't actually see the pop-up. It's just me, saying it, but it's still nice to have that record, I think. And then anything at this top spawn or at the library spawn. Nope, no spawns there. You can't jump through here, right? No, it'd be cool if you could like make your way across that. But yeah, I'll show you. The other day I mentioned that I found a use for Dark Wall. And I don't normally use Dark Wall, but it's actually really useful during the DLC, and I'll show you why by doing a run of it. But alright, none of you have spawned little bulbs yet, which is too bad because I was gonna water you if you did. So instead, we'll do a diary run to get another 50,000 bucks. We could also go like fish, catch a couple things. The fishy time. Yeah. Because we're really close to that $1 million. Alright. So I'll do all 3 doors again. How about that? only the last store, the third one, the one all the way on the right, gives you the like the drops for the clumps and the eagle egg possibility. But I think you get money from each one, and this one's real easy to do. You do this. Ta-da. $10,000, please. So I think it's 10,000. I think you get gold for each one of these doors. Gotta get through all the room stuff. Also, I hope you hate your eyeballs, because that's what this level is for. It's just like, hey, do you like gamma? Or like bloom? I don't know what to call this effect. It's like thermal vision gone crazy. Up to the enemies because they die. So, assuming that we get, I think, 10,000 in each of the first doors, and then 50,000 in the last door, I believe, we'll get 70,000 in the gold here. Cool. To the various remix stylings of everything. Bonk. You gotta use a different one for hundreds. Oh, come back. But yeah, Dark Wall is like, it's better later on when we fight the big dudes who like actually can knock you off, and this thing kind of prevents you from being hurt in that way. But it does also enable you to just kind of like run around without caring about anything else. Kind of nice. It's a good peace of mind. And as long as you fully charge it up, then it will turn into this thing that whoops around you. Otherwise, it's a stationary wall. The other thing that makes Dark Wall a little bit unique in comparison to some of the other magics is that you can use Dark Blast while it's active, which you can't do for like Lance, Execution, any of those attack types. And then the third nicety about this is you can see how it has that like clock ticking down inside of it. Like almost like a gear winding around, and that's counting down to when this thing is done, and also begins to flash like when it's going away. So that combines with the fact, like right now it's flashing, with the fact that I can charge another Dark Wall while the other one's active. Which means that besides getting bopped on the head and knocked around and having your shield get destroyed due to damage, you can keep Dark Wall active all the time. boy. So you can see he does good amounts of damage. But it was kind of hard to see that, but I released Dark Wall and it just popped him and he removed it from me basically. But like, we don't have to worry about getting hurt, so like really like knock back too much of that while we have Dark Wall active. So you can kind of see how this is really handy against these big dudes, which in the third area of this little happy DLC time is really useful. So there you go. There's the quote-unquote attack that you can do with it, I guess. It's just, it stuns and knocks away. And now onto like Prince of Persia desert section. Platform jumping. But also, Dark Wall, if you release like a non-fully charged up version, it does act as a literal wall. Like they can't get past it. Like you go bop, and then generally they're stuck there until they bust through it. It's kind of neat. I don't know. It might just be because I like the clock motion that it has. But I just think it's cool how it like ticks down like that. Oh. Okay. We don't have to worry about him considering wall, but stay nice. So again, you can see how it's kind of handy because instead of worrying about like being knocked back and falling into the dirt or anything like that, it doesn't matter. We can just do what we want to do. Enjoy the music, pop them all in the head. Same thing with this guy. It doesn't do any damage to us until the shield goes away. And by that point, it's too late to see how much damage we do. So it's surprisingly good. Surprisingly good in this DLC section. So there was no gold there. So I'm just going to do the last one because I know we get money from this. And also it has a chance for eagle egg drops and other things like that. Which I of course want. I wouldn't mind upgrading this. Like we could use one of our E-legs to upgrade this sword, I think. And that could be pretty good use of it. Whoops. Accident. So yeah, we can just stand behind this thing. And we won't really have to worry at all. The other nice thing, of course, is you can see that our magic gauge is climbing, despite having magic active like this, which is cool. Like I said, you can basically keep Dark Wall up at all times if you're using it. Though I have to imagine that trying to use another larger magic type would cancel it. But we could check. Let's find out. So instead of defend, we'll throw Lance on there. Holy shit, no. You can have Dark Wall and use Lance. Or probably any other magic that you want. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, you could easily do this without like having to defend or anything. So that's pretty cool. I like being able to parry, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep that there, but now you know. I also kind of like this remix. It's probably just because I like the Shadow Lord theme a lot. Probably one of my favorite tracks, if not my favorite track in the OST. So, remixes of it are fully appreciated. Like, look at this nonsense. We don't care. We have our wall, we're happy. Like, normally we'd be dark blasting our way through to try to make an opening to run through, jumping up and around, trying to dodge it like crazy. So instead, we're just, you know, having a little smackdown. That's why I like to defend. Like this. There. Oh, cool. We just bopped over his head. And it's like, so he's doomed now. Yeah, I can charge it up and keep doing my own thing though. So it's just surprisingly useful. Probably should use a health salve. I think we get 3 health salves from this. Yep. You can tell I've done this if you didn't. Hello, boar friends. We'll just put this up for any boar that wants to say hi. As you can see, helped out a bit. So, like, see, we don't have to worry about getting knocked back from the boars either when we have the dark wall up, so it's just really handy because it completely negates like any reason to dodge except for like wanting to get a hit on like someone behind. So like the worries we had when we were fighting the big guys before about being stuck in the combo and not being able to really respond properly, you don't even have them anymore if you have Dark Wall up. You can just keep doing whatever you want to do, pull off whatever combo you want until it goes away. The only thing that I haven't really paid attention to figure out if it happens at all is like if there's an indicator for when it's going to break due to enemy damage. Like, there's an indicator when it's going to run out, but as far as if something's going to pop up from I thought I would need it. If it's going to stop from damage, I don't see any indicator, but I can just be missing it. now we get into the good shit. I mean, you know, not that you can't get rusted clumps elsewhere, but this certainly saves you a lot of fishing time. Cool. What a knockdown. What a story, Mark! A movie I've never actually seen. The Wall. I've seen The Wall. The Room. I've watched The Disaster Artist, which is a documentary about the making of The Room. But I haven't watched The Room itself, and I don't actually have any intention to. Like, I think my exposure to it just through general internet use and through The Disaster Artist was more than enough. I know it has like a cult following and such, but I mean, The Godfather is also like one of those things that everyone's interested in watching, so I haven't watched it. So, though the other day I think I mentioned that I wanted to watch The Sopranos, and Carfellows was what I ended up watching instead. So I think it's pretty close. I mean, they're Italian, right? So it's about the same thing. And welcome back. I'm glad whatever circumstances that was preventing you from showering are gone. So that's good. It has to do with like water not being on or something. I hope your water is on and happy. Oops, staged the wall there. Oops, wrong thing again. Not that it matters, they're gonna give us a bunch. So. I do find that like the longer one goes without bathing, like I feel like it weighs on your mind more than one would expect. All of these are herbs. Okay. Now we get some of the good stuff. Oh, hi, I didn't see him. Alright. I went for like a solid year at least without shaving, so can't help you there. I mean, I shaved more recently though, and it was so weird to see my own face. Like, I did not recognize myself. Really strange feeling. Damascus steel. Alright, nice. No eagle egg, but I'll take it. Just an enemy somewhere?
It seems we have been shut in.
Indeed we have. I get that. I don't think I have a baby face, but I mean, it just looks so weird when you're so used to seeing yourself with facial hair to not have facial hair afterward. It's very strange. Like, I don't know why, but I think about Elrond from the scene in the Fellowship of the Ring at the very start when he's surrounded by fire and all this other stuff. There's just something about his face and the way it's shaved that just looks weird. And I'm reminded of it every time I shave. I don't know if we have like a similar chin or something. I don't know. I just think about it every time. So I was actually thinking about shaving later. I just forgot to do it because Got a bit of a late start this morning to some extent. So I took some Japanese classes a while ago, and the class didn't have a level 2, but like just kind of reoffers itself and everything. And the other people who took it in the past year, or so, one of the people who was in my class retook it with them, and so I've been in contact with like the 8 or so people who've been doing it, and they were looking to try to like continue to study and such. And since I kind of kept the people who were in my class together, and like we've been doing some study stuff recently with like sending kanji to each other each day and being like, hey, you should write this out, or those types of things. She was asking if like she could invite those people into the server so that they could have a place to like practice Japanese and do those types of things as well, and like kind of keep it going for themselves. So I said yes. You know, I'm more than happy to keep getting more motivation to keep on studying and doing my best with it. Bonk. So I said yes, unsurprisingly. And but I didn't want them, like these random people, to have like access to everything in my Discord server, because there's like a number of people who are there for like stuff in like Final Fantasy 14 and other things. But it's just a personal Discord server that I've used for like a couple of various different purposes. But there's a weird variety of people in there who don't necessarily need to meet each other. So I spent like part of my morning like setting up roles and things for like people who would only have access to Japanese learning channels and other things, as opposed to having access to other stuff. And it took a little bit longer than I thought it would, so I ended up like taking a bit of a shorter shower than I intended to this morning. Or well, I took my time with it, but I didn't bother shaving. That's basically how this relates to the conversation. Also, I could probably, like, if I haven't deleted them, because I deleted a bunch of emails a while ago, I could probably look through my email for, like, the Twitch notifications, because Twitch sends you a notification when people follow you. So there's probably somewhere in an email, if I did not delete it, which I probably did because I was running out of space in my inbox a while ago, and deleting like a bunch of random Twitch notifications is one of those things. It's like, oh, well, that's convenient, go ahead and do that. But I could probably tell you when you followed otherwise. Although, does it say, like, if you highlight someone in chat? Because I know it does that for people who, like, subscribe to channels. You can see things like that. I don't know if it shows when you just follow them. Oh, it does say following since April 4th, 2020. So, a year. Oh god, the thing in court over there. You have been suffering on this channel on occasion for over a year now. Congratulations and happy late anniversary. I don't know how anyone finds anyone on Twitch. I mean, I know how I found a number of channels recently was just through channel surfing with Monotonous for 14 hours. Because his streams sometimes, his just chatting streams, go in interesting and unexpected directions on occasion. And last weekend it went in the direction of seeing a bunch of things and using nobody.live to find Twitch channels that had 0 viewers, which I think is it's probably a good way to find people. Probably won't find like an active community or anything, but you'll probably find someone to hang out with. Dude just won't play down. Well, it definitely wasn't me advertising on something on Funny Joke, I can tell you that. And if so, then I don't know how it got there. If you were ever in Yellow Swerve's streams, then maybe from there, because he's rated me in the past. And we've known each other on Twitch for a while, I think. Wait, no, let me open the boxes! But other than that, I mean, could have been through. What was I streaming a year ago? That's the real question. Wait, Yakuza streams for probably a year ago, maybe? Hollow Knight, perhaps? I have to look in the YouTube archive and look for the dates. So I'm like about 90% sure I don't have to fight these guys. And we can just dive right down to the main event here. I don't know if we'll get anything less for that, but we can start fighting on these dudes. Oop, it didn't come up in time. I had another one charged and did release it. Give me that sweet, sweet straight drop. So that's the reason to fight them, so they don't come down here and bother you. Wow, we just took off all his back armor. That was easy. Octopath Traveler. Ah, the game I still yet to finish. At some point I'll finish that game. I don't know if it will be on stream or not. Like, when I made a very brief return to it, it was after spending some time using it as like a time passer while I was watching a different stream or something. Like I could do both at the same time. Just remove his pants. Like, just his shorts. His junk protector. Good game, I think, but also long-winded. Or maybe just out of focus? Maybe how I would describe it. And just the multiple branches of the story being told at the same time and having to constantly be put back to level 1 and then try to like grind up from that point for each character was not ideal, which is weird to say considering that Mother doesn't really level your characters for you. The Mother 3 kind of takes a different approach with that. It works out pretty well. But Mother 1 and 2, you know, just gives you level 1 characters right away, but at the same time, it doesn't like dedicate full-on story bits to it, and you kind of continue on with the main story, so it's not quite the same in that regard. But a well-made game, all the same, and I really like the art in it.
Is that all?
Huh?
Is that the final entry of the diary?
Seems that way.
Interesting.
You figure anything out?
I fear not.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I just know if I would return to it though, it would be... I'd have to watch my own streams again to like remember what was going on. Aha, it's watering time. So I will water these, and then that will be the end of the stream. And let's see, while I do this, let's figure out what we're gonna do. So tomorrow, I will most likely be attempting to do more Mother 3. We're gonna be on Tane Tane Island. Just got there, haven't started there yet. Was told I was hungry. Was like cool, and then we talked to a frog inside of a snake's belly, and saved our game, and didn't go for that. So we got out of the ocean. We fought the Master Eddie, And tomorrow we will explore this island and find out what it holds for us. And then, besides that, there's one additional needle that we have to pull. It's in the mountains, I believe, is what Thief and Gypsy told us. And then after that is the missing one, like the dark something or other, like you didn't know where it was. So that'll probably be the final needle, I imagine, that we'll have to go find. And I will assume that that will conclude Chapter 7 of Mother 3. And I don't know how many chapters there are, but it does feel like we're reaching close to the end. I'm gonna guess it's not gonna be this week that we finish the game. I'm gonna guess it maybe next week. But either way, we'll keep going through it. And the way this is going, you know, we're gonna have to do a good amount of grinding, and I might do a good chunk of that off stream. But I wouldn't be surprised if we finish up Replicant and Mother 3 like close to each other. So I think Resident Evil 8 comes out on Friday, so the demo will probably not be present on Friday. So if I do decide to do that demo, it will either be tomorrow, like Mother 3 might take a backseat for that, or it will be on Thursday. So we'll probably see on Thursday how I feel, because like if I'm in the mood to do the Force of Myth and read a lot and go through some logic puzzles and everything else on there, then we'll do that on Thursday. We'll do more of Nier, and we'll garden, you know. We'll garden, we'll sell little things, we'll do some farming. Nice. Both farming at the place we just were, and maybe the Airy, Junk Heap, the DLC. All those things. Whatever we need to get ourselves some weapon upgrades is what we shall do. I'm also curious if there's any... There's no visible achievements around the sheep herd, the destroying game. But I do wonder if there's like any hidden ones, like for destroying all the sheep in the field or those kind of things. Though honestly, if that is one, I don't know if I'd be able to get it. I don't feel like I controlled the boar as well as I controlled it in the original game. It definitely felt way easier to slide around in the original game. Like it seems like it takes more time to respond to you pressing the brake button, which I guess is more realistic. But who wants realism when you're driving around on a giant boar? Not me. I want to run all those sheep over and do some multi-boar drifting, or multi-sheep drifting, rather. It's like the... I wish I knew like the Latin name for sheep.
Oh,
or something.
you. Yeah.
I want to ram into some rams. Bring them all down to Ram Ranch.
How am I supposed to go on now?
Mr. Hank Steele. Okay, so I'll grab these boxes over here down the path, and then the other boxes. And then that'll be it. I'll save, and the stream will be done. So, I suppose I'll say thanks now. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. It was fun. I enjoyed it. We saw an unpleasant wedding. Well, we saw a nice wedding that ended unpleasantly, I should say. And then we avenged the wedding. We went and helped a crazy man get his quote-unquote revenge on a bunch of robots. And I showed you why I think that Dark Wall isn't actually that bad anymore. So, there you go. So I will see you all probably tomorrow, unless something comes up for Mother 3. Very likely. Unless I really get in the mood to play Resident Evil 8, at which point we'll do Resident Evil 8's demo, which will only last 1 hour. So I'd probably do like a combo stream of that and maybe 80s. That could be fun. Maybe Thursday. Anyway, I will all catch you all another time. So I hope you all have a good rest of your day, rest of your night, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And if you're grinding out for Eagle Eggs in the Airy and not doing it in the DLC, best of luck. Hope your face doesn't turn out like this. Bye for now.